Good day, everybody. Welcome back to our trip around the Atlantic. We're currently sitting at Tenerife South Airport, Tenerife Island in the Canaries, and we're going to be heading off to Dakar in Senegal on the west coast of Africa. So we're leaving Europe, basically, since Tenerife is Spanish territory, heading into Africa, and we're going to finish up the series in a few legs down in Cape Town. So we can get on board. I hear somebody started up something, so it's going to get a little bit of noisy out here on the ramp. We'll jump onto the flight deck and start getting her ready to go. Alright, so we're on board the aircraft. Let's hope we don't have the same issues we had last time. Alright, so I'm using that little GSX to Phoenix app, so we're going to pop down here. Let's log in. And as soon as I load the flight plan, it should start the process.
Refueling truck is on its way.
There we go. So flight plan is loaded. We got 40.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Thank you. We've got 45 minutes until we take off. If we come over to our mass and balance, we can see we're carrying 150 passengers today. We have 3.2 tons of cargo. We're carrying 8.5 tons of fuel. Once we are up and ready to go. So with the aircraft
Catering vehicles are on their way.
ready and cockpit preparation is done, we can start getting her set up. So parking brake is on, ground power is connected, external power is now on, and batteries 1 and 2 are coming online. We're going to come up to the ADIRs. All 3 ADIRs are now up and going.
Fuel truck is in position.
EVAC sign set to captain and purser. Put the signs
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel
on
truck
in the
arrives
back.
and ask to do it.
And we'll set our lights to system 1. I'm going to turn temperatures down a notch in the back as well. Turn up the integral lighting so we can see everything. Okay, this is annoying. Once again, I'm having this issue. So I don't know if this is the little add-on thingy or not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop that. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. We're going to drop out here to the main menu. I'm going to reload in quickly and see if that's what's causing the issue. Hey, Lemon Wolf. Alright, so hopefully this won't take too long. This is my regular weekend stream time. 1400 Zulu Saturdays and Sundays when I'm available. Alright, so as soon as we get back to the main menu, we'll try loading in again. If that doesn't work, what can I do? If that doesn't work, I will have to try to end that little program. Alright, so we'll come back here. That is all good. We'll go back to gate 15 and let's load in again. I'm going to watch the A320 screen when it comes up. This should go fairly quick. There we go. Alright. So we're back in. I'm going to reconnect to VATSIM. That's fine. Alright.
Refueling truck is on its way.
So,
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and
Okay.
ask to do it.
so that has started up again. Let me just get the flight plan in here. So let's pop up top. External power batteries. Adheres.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Oh, how was the DC-3? Alright, I got a feeling it's that little add-on program is causing issues. So let me back out again. And I'm going to remove or kill that little program. And then we'll try again. So just give me a sec to get back to the main menu. Let's see. Hi, Liam. Alright, background. There it is. So we're going to end and end. Alright. So hopefully this will work. Yeah, the ductworks is good. It lets you open the back doors. It lets you do a couple other things. It adds some functionality to some of the aircraft. Things like turning off the gear warning horn if you're doing a throttle back approach. Improves the performance, the aerodynamic performance a bit. I'm not seeing the Airbus thing come up, which has me a little worried. Let me quickly do this. It shouldn't start anything, since that program should be shut off now. Alright, so nothing has happened. Let's go up top. External power on. Batteries are both on. Yeah, something is broken here. Let's see. Yeah, I just got to figure out how to do that. Alright, well, the app is going. Just told it to restart. Yeah, I just hit restart. So let's go down here. Try it again. If not, I'll set up for the Boeing. Oh, okay. Well, I've got the app up and going, so we'll, if it doesn't work, we'll do it that way again. Alright, last attempt in this aircraft. I did restart the Phoenix app, yeah. Alright, so that is the flight plan in. Let's go up here. The power up. Alright, nothing is happening there. So just click restart. Alright, so everything just clicked over. Let's see if everything starts to come up. Interesting. Not happening. Alright, so I am going to reset for the Boeing. So let me, just give me a second here. I have to change something with the virtual airline. And while I'm doing that, I will back out. No, I did that too, Brian. That's the first time I did it that way, and nothing happened. So it'll be the 737-700. Let me just set up the flight. VATSIM, it'll be the 737 700, or will be the 800. Let's take the 800. 14:45 on today's date. Flight is booked. Alright, so we're going to go to options. So you're seeing all the behind the scenes magic here. 737. Fly back in. And change the aircraft. There's the 800. fly UK, and we're already here. Gate 15. Alright, so that is changed. Now I gotta go into my flight plan and change the aircraft. And refile. And now I gotta get my right checklist. Alright, we have the correct checklist now. And let me go into the sim brief. I'm going to have to pull up. No, yeah, that's good enough. Alright, that's the one. Sorry, it's taking a little while to load. Well, that's true. No spoilers required for takeoff. All right. And now something's going on with my sound. Everyone else hear that clicking? Interesting. Alright, well this is turning into an adventure. I'm not going to end the stream. I am going to restart the sim. So just hang tight. What can I give you? Well, you may see a blank screen for a minute, but I'm just going to go in and restart the sim. All right. I'm just waiting for it to end here. There we go. And we are reloading. Lots of fun. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing up and going properly. sorry about all the humming and hawing and back and forth here. It's rather frustrating. Alright, let me get the calculator up. And what else do I gotta do? That's done, that's done. Let me make my change here. Yeah, once again, sorry about the delays, guys. Not quite the way I like to run things, but is what it is. Just changing the video stuff over. Yeah. It takes me so long to get everything all set up and ready to go that, you know, when these types of things happen, they get really frustrating. Class 158 and it would not move. Yeah, that's a pain. Of course, now loading in a new aircraft, it's taking its time. Yeah, I still got a note on the content manager, so I'm going to have to go into that and sort that out. Alright, let's make sure the controls are set up for the 737. Yes, it is. So we'll go here. Here's the aircraft. Back to our departure GCTS. And 15. Let's get her loaded in. Hi, Jamie. I had issues with the Phoenix. I was not getting any of the panels to come up, so I've had to unload and reload in another aircraft, but then I was having sound issues, so I had to restart the sim. So we're
You
just...
need to set parking brakes to request ground services.
I'm not requesting anything yet. Just chill your boots. Right. Here, I don't know why that's there. Here we are, and let's get logged into VATSIM again. There we go. All right, so let's just get down here. We can tell them to get those stairs away. No reason the jetway. So they should leave. Okay, so let's try this again. All right, so parking brake is set. Coming up top. Battery is on. Standby power is already to auto, and emergency exit lights are armed. Ground power. That should be updating. I did do a update on it on YouTube. Let me just go quickly take a look. It should update. Yeah, it's changed in the on YouTube. It may need to refresh your screen or whatever to get it to update. Okay, so that's all that stuff on. Emergency lights are on. They're in ground power. So let's get down here. FS actions, ground services, request ground power. Wheel chocks are in. And did they bring the jetway over? No, they haven't brought the jetway over. Bring the jetway over. There's the jetway. Alright, back up top. Ground power is now connected. External power is on. Lights will go to steady, and we will turn up the integrals on the top. At least the sound isn't cutting in and out like it was. Yeah, and it changed. Sometimes it'll do it automatically. Sometimes you just have to do a refresh, and she'll update. All right, so we'll get my panel up, and we'll get Roger's panel up as well. There we go. So that's the lights. We'll come up to the IRSs here, and there's nav on both. Clear the cautions, and we can tell them to start loading.
Boarding requested.
Yeah, Konya can do it. That's fine. And while we're doing this, I'm going to download the flight plan, and I'm going to have to copy it over into the directory. It's usually what I do beforehand, but since we're switching over, that's fine. And we'll go to downloads, root over. Okay, that is done. Alright, so as everyone is loading, we can come up top now and go. Passenger signs are on. Electric hydraulic pumps 1 and 2 are on. Yaw damper is
crew?
on.
Passengers boarding
Window heat,
started.
left side, right side are on. Left aft fuel pump is on. APU, we're going to wait for that light to come out. When I'll turn the APU on. Wait for the low oil pressure. And there it is. And APU start. So we're going to pop back down here. We're going to go into FS actions. We're going to go to fuel. So our fuel load for today is, where's my flight plan? Fuel load for today is going to be 9,000 kilograms of fuel. There's 9,000 kilograms entered in. We can come back over here now to our payload. We have on board 160 passengers. As you can see, we've got room for 160, so we're going to be 12 in the first class and 148 in the economy class. And our weights are going to be, we want a 0 fuel weight of, our takeoff weight is 66.6. We're currently sitting at 65.1, so we can go and add 1,500 pounds. So we'll put that in on both sides. There's 66.6. We are good there. So that is our payload done. We're going to come over here. Yeah, you're good there. And we're going to go into the FMC. Now with the aircraft APU up and running, we're going to turn on the APU generators. Oops, that's the mains, sorry. APU generators 1 and 2 are on. We'll switch over to monitor APU power. APU bleed will now come on. Packs left and right are on. Isolation valve is open. Alright, so baggage is coming on board. Looks like all the other aircraft that were here have left. That is nice to see. So back down to our aircraft here. So we're going to go to a position initialization. We're going to come over here. It is the 30th, so that is an even number. We'll use the captain's side for our location, GPS, and that is entered in. And we are good. Not sure why that's still there. It can go away. So over to our route. We're going to request our route today. We're traveling from Gran Canaria, Tenerife South to GOOY, which is Dakar. It's an hour long, Liam. 815 nautical miles. So that is good. We're going to select that route. We're going to wait for it to be sent to us, and we can load it in. All right. Here's the load. It's now putting it into the FMC. It's not a long route. It should be good. Just waiting for it to go in and get ready. There we go. We will activate and execute our route. So that is all in for our departure today. Let's get our weather. Alright, so the current weather, and I'll put it into the chat. The weather here at Gran Canaria, Tenerife South Airport. As you can see, winds are 120 at 11 knots. They swing between 07 and 15. We're going to be taking off on runway 07. Ceiling and visibility are okay. 27 degrees. It's hot out there. QNH is 1018, and no significant changes are forecast. So we'll put 1018 in to the barrel and pop back down. So for our departure, as mentioned, we're going to be departing off of runway 7 here at Tenerife. So we're going to departure. We're going to be leaving on runway 7, and we're going to be flying the ODEG 2 Echo departure. ODEG 2 Echo departure. No transition. We're going right out to ODEGI. That is good. We can go back to the index and to our arrival. Winds currently down in Dakar are 300 at 12. So we're going to be planning to land on the RNAV runway 36. There's not a lot of choices down here. RNAV 36. And we will be transitioning at CODIS, and we can enter that in. So we come over to our legs. Here is our departure. Looking all good out to ODEGI, and then we head off on our route. And after NED, we will be going to CODIS, which is the entry point into the RNAV. And then there's our points around, and that is all looking good. 2100 is the point, so we're going to put a hard 2100 in for the one before as well, just to make sure that we are down and ready to go. So over to performance. here on the 737-800. Where did my performance page go? It closed for some reason. 737-800, load, takeoff. Alright, so airport. There's a link in the description to the program that I use for the Boeings for all my performance stuff. Going off from 07, you can get it there and feel free to use it. It is very handy. It's describing my takeoff weight. And it is saying it wants it in pounds, but we're not doing pounds. We're going to go in kilograms. And we will calculate. Alright, so that is all in. Let me just come back up here and I will grab some preliminary information. So our gross weight on takeoff is going to be 66.5 tons. Our planned fuel for today is 9,000 kilograms. Oops, 9.0 tons. Our reserve for today is 1.0. Our cost index in the Boeing is 25. Cruise altitude for today's flight is going to be 370. Cruise winds are estimated to be 219 at 37. And transition altitude here in Tenerife is 6,000 feet. That is correct. So that is all good. We will execute that. And second page is looking fine. And we'll go to our N1 limits now. Hello, Lost Country Balls. How are you today? I want to go to here. Alright, so our numbers for today. We have no cell temp. We are doing a 22K D-rated takeoff. That is good. And we can come over here. It is going to be a flaps 1. Our trim numbers are in. And our V speeds are going to be 146 on our V1, 150 on our VR. That's our rotation. And 155 on our V2, and we should have 1,300 feet remaining. That is good. We can put in our winds here too if we want. 120 at 8. There we go. So that was 146, 150, and 155. Alright, so that's all entered in, and we are all good with our numbers there. You can still hear the people getting on board. And the route's up, so we can come over to plan mode. We can take a look quickly, just run our legs. You can see our departure here, and then we're heading south. Down we go, and then we're going to cut over here, loop around, grab the RNAV in, and we are down. So the route's looking very good. No issues there. So altimeters are set. 1018 transponder will set to 2000. That is set, and fueling, loading, and boarding are continuing. And while that happens, we can do our first flight of the day test. So there's our Mach speed warnings. Stall warning horns 1 and 2 are good. We'll pop back down now. And we'll come down here. We'll do our in-op test. Here's caution, recall, and lights. And we'll do our fire test. Fire warning, master caution, recall, lights are up, and everything is looking good, and we can do our system test.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
All right, so let's take a look at the route while we're waiting on everybody to load in. So here's our route for today. We're going to be taking off over the water, making that arcing turn down to the south. You can see then we're going to head down here towards our exit point off the departure here at Odegi. We'll be flying over the Atlantic. We're then going to turn down here and here at Dakar. We're going to just make the turn down along the coast out here to the VOR here. Back out across the water, heading down off the coast to Dakar, which is right on this tip here on the western coast of Africa. And as you can see, we're going to make this turn, overfly the airport, head out this way, and then make a series of left turns around to come in and land at the airport. And that is our plan for today's flight. Flight time is about 2 hours. We should be. We're just waiting for everybody to board. And they're all still coming down the jetway. So as per normal, we have some in-flight entertainment lined up for when we get up in the air, and we will have some food and beverages available as well. We do not have ATC up currently, so it is all good. There's some aircraft that have departed. There's some inbound, but nothing in the immediate area. So we are okay at the moment. So rather frustrating that happening with the A320. I do enjoy that aircraft. I'm not sure if it's that little program that's supposed to automate everything is causing that as well. So I think last time I tried it, when I rebooted, I didn't use it and everything seemed to be okay. I'll have to do some more testing later. Anyway, everybody is now on board, so takeoff data is good. We can come to the index and there's our takeoff data is set. Cruise altitude will come up to the overhead here. We're going to dial in 37,000 feet. That's our cruise, and if we have to return here, 250 on the landing altitude, set slightly higher in case we have to come back. And departure data is all set. MCP. So course is 073. We'll dial that in on our heading in case we need it. We're going straight up to 37,000 feet. And our initial speed is going to be V2 plus 20, so that is going to be 175 for our initial climb out. Aircraft will take over well before that anyway, so that's all good. Flight directors are both on. Radios, we can come down here. We're going to set to 122.8 Unicom. And we can come down and do our check. So we'll come over here to the doors. Doors are still open. We'll make sure that we got our load sheet, which we do. Everything is set and we are ready to go. So we're going to close the door. And we are on the APU, so we can remove our chocks and disconnect the ground power. We're also going to make sure the rear stairs are pulled. Yep, they have now moved as well. So you can come over into the FMC and go onto the legs page. So we're good for push and start. So we'll get over here, we'll get the anti-collision light on. We're going to be pushing back, and we will be facing this way, which is kind of southwest, and 07 entry point is down at the far end down there. So let's call for our push. So they are coming out to do the push.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Good to hear.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
We are ready to go when you are.
And there's the cabin ready to go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight.
So once again, we're going to be pushing back. We're going to go tail right, nose left,
items in the overhead bin
and we
smaller
are
items underneath the
up
seat
on
in front of
frequency.
you. Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bin. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let the flight attendant know, and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin
tail to
is
the right,
full,
nose to the
please
left.
make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers can make their way to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight
So
attendant
while we're waiting on
know
that, we'll set up the front here for myself, the way I like it. And we'll set
We
up
ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate.
Roger's
Thank you, and
side.
welcome aboard.
Release parking brakes, please.
There we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. and
Tenerife
welcome
South area
aboard flight
traffic,
5556.
Skyways
Our
5556,
flight
stand
time will be
15,
roughly
push and start
2
facing
hours
southwest.
And 8 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your
All right,
seatbelt
we're
and
ready
make
to
sure that all
start. So
tray
fuel
tables
pumps are
and
coming
seat
on
backs are in a
for
full upright
all
lock position
engines.
for departure. Cabin crew, prepare
Or
doors
all
for departure,
tanks.
cross-check, verify straps, and
Left
stand by
and
for
right
all calls.
packs are off. Ignition mode selector is set to both. Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the flight attendants for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your seatbelts are fastened
And
low and tight
fuel
across
on.
your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. Please adjust it to keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected things.
Not sure what that rattling sound is. Must be that
The nearest exit
tug
is
they're
behind
using.
you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you and place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Start our
Secure the
cutout.
mask stand behind your head and
Starting
tighten
engine
the
number
strap
1.
if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate, and oxygen is flowing to the
Brakes
mask.
are set.
and
Waiting your confirmation for a good start.
if you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then assist
Fuel
others.
on.
Keep your mask.
Was that what it was? Oh. Might have had a little ghost of an input there that was causing it
When
to...
instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your
I can
head.
still hear it though.
Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest
I don't know.
in the aircraft. If
It's
your
weird.
vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light.
Let's get the cutout here. There we go.
Secondary flotation
Good engine starts.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Alright, and we're disconnecting in the back. So we'll carry on. Engine generators 1 and 2 are now both online. Engine 1 and 2 start switches to continuous. Probe heat left and right are on. NTS not required. Engine 1 and 2 bleeds are now on. Packs to auto. Recirculation fans to auto. We've got 2 of them in this aircraft. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed is off. APU is off. Coming down here, we're going to go flaps 1 for takeoff.
Total disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Oh, flaps 1.
Safety is clear.
Elevator trim, we want 535, so it's about 5.5-ish, about there. Flight controls, it's full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral. Engine instruments are checked, everything looks good, we'll get them up on the top. LNAV and VNAV are selected, auto throttles on, and warning recall is clear. We'll clear the FMC caution. Taxi light is on, and auto brakes are set to RTO. Tenerife South area traffic, Skyways 5556, taxiing runway 07 via the apron, Tango, holding short, Bravo 0. Alright, so we're going to taxi down here, then we're going to cut across down to Tango, and then we'll follow it all the way out. Alright, so brakes released. Power coming up. So there's the 737-800. Haven't flown it much. Did a little bit of fly to flights in it, but here she is in the Fly UK mainline colors. Let's get her around here. Down onto Tango. Beautiful view of the coast there in the Atlantic Ocean. A little faster on the corners, but we're a little bit behind schedule here. So it's a warm day down here in the Canaries, but we're down at sea level, so it shouldn't be too big of an impact on our takeoff. It's a fairly long runway, over 10,000 feet. As you can see, we're doing that D rate. Cabin's ready. And we're just going to carry on down here to the end. So yeah, I haven't flown the 800 much. Most of the flights that we've been doing, Aurora, Satan, are all in the 700. So here's Bravo 2, Bravo 1. We're gonna go. We'll go Bravo 1. We don't need to go all the way down to the end there. Here's Bravo 1. right, we are here. So pre-departure checks. We're going to reset our fuel flow. Check, make sure both engines are running equally. They are. V speeds are confirmed. 146, 150, 155. We'll clear that message. MCP is set. Nav data is checked and radios are set. We have clearance, so position lights are going to go to steady and strobe. Taxi light off, turn off lights are on, landing lights are on. Transponder will come down and set it to TARA. Traffic is on. Runway is confirmed, and clocks when we take off. Tenerife South area traffic, Skyways 5556, take position runway 07. Alright, approach path is clear. We're not in a rush, we've got no traffic behind us and no one on short final, so we'll pull up and position. Once again, we are running the new Rex AccuSeasons Advanced, so it'll be interesting to see once again the weather and the terrain, although I don't do the terrain modding in Africa yet. Should start seeing some very nice sceneries and landscapes, especially in North America and Europe. There we go. Come to a stop. Brakes are set. Alright, clock is running. Engines to 40%. Tenerife South area traffic, Skyways 5556, departing runway 07 on the Odegi to Echo departure, Tenerife South. Brakes released. Takeoff power set.
Airspeed alive.
Check.
80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. So positive rate, gear is up, autopilot is on, auto brake is off, gear selector lever is off, engine start switches are off, runway turn off lights are off. Not sure why our VNAV kicked out of there, but that's fine. Wait for the acceleration. The stream cut off. I've still got it going. I'm watching. But no, it still looks okay to me. Alright, we're through, in this case it's 213 knots, so we go flaps up. turning out on course. You can see we're going to be following the turnaround here. There we go. And there's the island of Tenerife. There's another airport up at the north end. But everything is looking good. Yeah, so we're a bit bigger, a bit heavier, so things operate a little bit slower down here, but everything seems to be okay. We are looking good as we work our way out. It's got those few points we got to get around. We're through transition, so over to standard pressure. Traffic in the area. We're just going to slowly work our way around the curve. And we're looking good. I think I'll be using this guy for a little while until we figure out the Phoenix issues. Maybe I'll park it until they come out with the Block 2 update. And there's 10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic
Lights
devices.
are off, seatbelt signs are off.
Fasten while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory.
All right.
The
So
flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
accelerating
You
to
can have it
our
around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your
high
seatbelt
altitude
fastened
climb
in
speed.
case of unexpected turbulence.
We're looking good. Well, this flight I'd been doing in the Phoenix A320. So yeah, we had an issue with it, so they subbed out with this Boeing 737-800. So given that I've had issues with the Phoenix a couple times now, I will probably just keep using this airplane until we figure out what's going on with the Phoenix, or they come out with the next block update and bug fix and stuff. I don't know if it's that little add-on program that's causing it, or what the issue is. But that's twice now that it's done that. So we'll have to see. Anyway, there's our turn towards the south. We are looking good, and as you can see, we got our route in here. DKH, we should hit the coast again, and we'll be traveling along the African coast for a little bit. But at the moment, it's just nothing but water down there. Once we get above the 2000s, we can sit back and start to relax. So let me bring up the map. Always good to be able to see where we are. Sure. No, honestly, I hadn't thought about switching out to another aircraft, so I will give you the credit for that one. Just get the chat up. There we go. So it doesn't climb as quickly as the 700. Obviously, she's a bit bigger, but we're doing good. So fuel cautions are up, and our center tanks are now empty. So we can come up top and turn off the fuel pumps to the center tanks. I'm just going to run off the mains now. Alright, we are looking good. So as we come up towards 20,000 feet and kind of settle into the flight, let me just remind you, if you are watching and you have not subscribed already, please consider doing so. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps the channel, helps push us out, and helps us grow and grow our little flight simming community here. If you like the video and live stream, please click the like button. If you want to leave a comment, a question, or whatever, it would be much appreciated. If you want to know more, if you want to fly along, you can come over to our Discord. There's links in the description and on the main page of the YouTube channel. All of our live streams are community flights. We fly both on VATSIM, such as today, or as we'll be doing tomorrow, we fly on multiplayer. So if you don't want the rigidity of VATSIM, you can come in the multiplayer where it's a little bit more relaxed. Those are on Wednesdays and on Sundays. And if you really want to help out and help with aircraft and scenery and purchases and all that type of stuff, you can consider donating. And you can either do a one-time donation or you can join the channel. And one of the perks members have at the flight crew level is that they can request a flight. Give me a origin and a destination and what airline you'd like to see, and I'll put it together in a video, put it up on the channel. So that's going to do it. We're going to climb out through 22,500 feet. Let's take up a view in the back. We're going to go over to the let's go to this side. That way we'll be able to see, oh, there's an island right there, but we'll be able to see the coast of Africa when it comes in, and we'll get the entertainment up and running. And don't forget, the drinks cart and galley are there for your eating and drinking pleasure. Please feel free to avail yourself of the selection that we have available today. So I'm going to go off mic now. I will be around in the chat, and if I have to take Miss Molly out, I will let you know. Other than that, enjoy the flight. We'll be back for the briefing as we get ready to descend down into Dakar, Senegal. Enjoy the flight.
Princess Glory. To Prince David, son of Mambo, king of Blefuscu. Right in order. Right. King Mambo. Gaining a son. My son, David. Lovely melody.
Yes, we like it. That is faithful. The song in Lilliput. It will be played at the wedding tomorrow.
Of course, of course. Oh, what's that? Faithful? Oh, no. Forever. The song of Blefuscu must be played at the wedding.
But Bombo, faithful is always played at our weddings. It's tradition, sir. And it's very pretty.
Yes, yes, I know. Pleasant little ditty, but hardly appropriate for this great occasion. But forever, there's a song for you. Ha-ha!
Faithful will be played.
Ah, throttle. Absolute throttle. It must be forever.
Faithful.
Forever.
Faithful.
Forever. It will be forever, or there will be no wedding.
No wedding, but the cake and the pretty flowers and... Oh, Bombo, you love faithful.
Don't look now, gentlemen, but it's war. War? Whoopee!
Share in everything I do.
Now, can't you see I have a war on my hands? Be off with you. Shoo, 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 shoo.
A war? Do you suppose he could be a spy?
Or he followed me with passion. Who's a spy? Who's a spy?
The giant on the beach!
Giant? Why don't you tell me these things? Do something. Don't stand there. Go, stick the dogs on. Fetch him to me at once.
Starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your seat back for a list of complimentary premium drinks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
there isn't a moment to waste. Every last man must do all that he can. Work with the greatest of haste. So bind up its hands, its arms, its chest, its neck, its feet. And I'll do the rest. Let's go! Quiet.
don't, huh? So it's not good enough for him, hmm? Well, where is he?
Out there, Your Majesty.
Not good enough for him. Well, where is he?
From here on.
Call out the guards, the army, the navy, women and children first. I'll see you later.
Search him, man. He may be armed. I don't like it. Help. Your Majesty. Let me in. Your Majesty. Let me in. 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 Help. I don't like it. Let me go. Help. Help. Let me go. I don't want to die. Help.
Well,
Let me down.
what have we got here?
Help! Don't eat me! Don't eat me! Help! I won't taste good! I'll give you indigestion! Let me go! Help!
A tiny man.
You can't do this to me! I got a wife and kids! Millions of kids!
Hold on there, mate. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Help! Put me down! Help! Help!
Drop that! Drop that!
Well, another one. Who are you?
Who, me? What? I'm king around here. Guards! Guards! To the turret! I'm king! Surround the guys! Surround the guys! Guards!
Well,
You pay for this. Ready?
Damn it, fight! We of worthless crew are not
afraid of anything.
Well, where's everyone gone? This is no way to treat a harmless visitor.
We've won! Gabby! See, Gabby? They've gone. Yes, sir. Scared still.
Hello there. Come now, don't let my size frighten you. Your Majesty, surely you are not afraid of me. Well, good. Then let me present myself. My name is Gulliver, Your Majesty. Lemuel Gulliver, a shipwrecked sailor. At your service.
Well, welcome to Lilliput, Mr. Gulliver. Mr. Gulliver, can you fight?
Well, Your Majesty, I can lick anybody my size.
Ah, splendid. I don't think Mambo will give us any further trouble while you're around here. No, sir. He's on our side, Gabby. He's on our side. There's nothing to fear. The Mad Mountain's on our side.
that not until that giant is removed can our forces taste the sweet fruits of victory. Now then, it is up to you to carry this message to my spies in Lilliput. Be off, and may luck be with you. Get going!
I'm sorry the little princess isn't with us.
Yes, too bad. Too much excitement for one day.
you put that ball in there, and then it goes down and around. Pull that thing.
And it comes out here.
Giant!
The light! Now's the light! He's gone.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Nobody here but just us. Chickens!
Ah, my.
Forever? That's the song of Weatherskew. Spy! Guard! A spy! A spy! Guard! A spy! A spy! Guard! Where is he? Where did he go? Concealing a spy. And in a time of war, too. That makes it worse. Carry on the search, men. Mind you, your father will hear of this.
King Bobo, say the word, and the giant is a dead duck.
Is a dead duck.
P.S. What do we do with the body?
Two hearts and a wedding broken by a melody? Incredible. Wait a minute. I have an idea that might turn this malice to a melody. Sing faithful and forever together as one song.
The giant will be a dead dog. Ah! Now we are getting at somewhere. Dear spies, destroy, crush, obliterate, annihilate. Hear him. I will attack a door. Affectionately yours, Bombo.
What you got there? Tag at dawn. Tag. Bombo's attack. Darns! 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 Bombo's attacking! Bombo's attacking! Bombo's attacking! It's war! Bombo's attacking! To arms! It's war! The enemy attack! To the beach! Bomb attacking! What? Bombo attacking! War! It's war! To the beach! To the beach! The enemy attack! To defend Lilliput. Yes, forward march. Gulliver, where are you? Bombo's attacking. Where are you, Gulliver? Lily wiped out. Gulliver, where are you? Gulliver, Gulliver, Bombo is attacking. Gulliver, Gulliver, Bombo is attacking. It's war. Gulliver, it's war. Gulliver, where are you? Let me down. Well, where you been, you lazy, long-legged, overgrown lummox? Now get down there to that beach and wipe out that Bombo, that bunch of lepidurians, and tear 'em to pieces, and don't leave a man alive to tell the tale. Forward march!
Aye,
Get
aye,
going.
sir. My.
Hey, wait for me! Gulliver, wait for me! Wait for me, Gulliver! What did you do with it?
Where'd you lose it?
Who's got it now? Gulliver! Gulliver! Wait for me! Gulliver! Gulliver! Let me go! Let me go!
peacefully. Listen! Hold your fire! Hear what I have to say. Order your men to lay down their arms. Must I make you listen?
David, look. Gulliver's Thunder Machine.
Wait here, Glory.
David.
Foolish little people. Look what you've done. Now go ahead, break your nutshell heads over your songs. But did you have to break Glory's heart, King Little? Because you're thoughtless and selfish? And you, Bombo, oh mighty warrior, what have you won? You were too stubborn to think, too busy quarreling to lend ear to the harmony that might have been yours. Now, in your sorrow and despair, perhaps you'll listen to your songs as they might be sung.
Remember that peoples have left us so unready. With eternal gratitude and love in our hearts, we christen thee Gulliver.
Alright, welcome back to the flight deck. We're about 65 miles from top of descent. As mentioned, we're going to be descending straight down to the airport and then joining in for a bit of a procedure on the RNAV as we come in and land at Dakar. So we are looking good. You can see the map. We're heading straight down to it. GOOY, or Golf Oscar Yankee, is the airport identifier right on the tip there. We should soon start seeing off in the distance. So we'll get rid of the map there and we'll start getting everything ready for our landing. And we'll just move the chat down. There we go. And get that repositioned. So, current weather update. Weather out of Senegal. There we go. They're in the chat now. Winds are 300 at 8 knots. 410 miles of visibility. Broken clouds at 1,300 feet. 31 degrees and 1010 is the altimeter. So we're going to stick with our approach that we have set in on runway 36. So we'll have a slight crosswind, but that is okay. So we'll set our barrow at 1010. That is set in the preloaded in the standby, so we're good when we switch over. Fuel is looking good, and so is everything else. Platform altitude for this, as we are going in right down on a continuing approach, is going to be 2,100 feet. So we'll come over and set that in now. I had to put Molly in her crate if she was getting a little too energetic. But she is 4 months old today, so we're going to go out to the park later and have some fun there. We're also going to tune we are heading around to roughly the direction we're going now in case we have to deviate off of the computer doing it. Should be good there. There is no radio frequency. It is a RNAV approach, but I am going to tune in the Dakar VOR. It's 113.1. Dial that in, and that should come up shortly on VOR 1. And let's take a look and see if there's another one. There's another airport, GOBD 115.4. We'll put that in on the other side as a reference. There we go. So that one's now in over there, and we'll make sure that they are both on, which they are. So probably down here, we're quickly going to come in and do the fix. So it is GOOY. We're going to come in with the 25-mile MSA, and we're going to put in the reciprocal heading for the runway, which in our case here is going to be 181 degrees. And that will give us our center line. And you can see our 25-mile ring showing up there. As there is no arrival proper, we'll do a call on the radio when we leave our cruise altitude instead of, as I usually do, when we cross into the actual arrival point instead of the transition leg. But everything is looking good. We can put in our minimums. So on this approach, the RNAV is good. So we are fine to go full at 640 feet. So we'll set that to barrow and go 640. There we go, 640 feet is set in the barrow. good there. So, destination weather is obtained. Arrival data is good. Runway length is what? 11,000 feet. Alright, so we're going to come down here and do a flaps 3. We'll be landing at 144, or flaps 3, flaps 30. We'll be landing at 144 knots. So that is in. Landing altitude is 100 feet. That is now set. Radios are good. Localizer ILS frequency course not required. NTS not required. Warning recall is checked. MCP 2100 feet is good. Altimeters, we have 1010 ready. Minimums are set 640 feet. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to OY40 or 504. Then we turn left, climbing to 2100 to go back to Cadus and redo it. So that is set and we are ready to go there. Transition altitude is 2,600 feet, but we'll make that change around 10,000, just so everything is good, as we're going to be descending directly downwards. Alright, so there are 142 minutes, 1 hour 42 into our flight, and the estimated flight time was given at 2 hours and 9 minutes, so we're not doing too bad. Just coming up to Limax, and then just after Limax we'll be beginning our descent. The airport we're going into is just known as Leopold Sédar Senghor. We'll just call it Dakar. Just going to go check the arrivals and departure board at the airport. There's an aircraft that just left, and that's coming in, so no major issues there. So we're going to be the only aircraft here. Alright, there's the VOR2 coming in. Interesting that VOR on the chart, but I don't have it in Navigraph. Could look and see if it's in Sky Vector. Let me quickly do that. No, it's not. Apparently this is a military base too that we're going into. Well, it was on the tour, so yeah, so there is no VOR at the field, but there is an ADF. So you can tune in the ADF frequency, which is 323.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily.
So 323 is in the ADF. We'll switch that over to active, and then we'll take our VOR1 and switch that over to the ADF frequency. So that should point to our thing there. Dakar area traffic, Skyways 5556, leaving flight level 370, inbound for the RNAV, runway 36, Dakar. Alright, so we are heading down. is looking well. Just not sure if we can see the land out there. We see some clouds. I think the little point of land is right there. That's kind of where we're headed. As I mentioned, there's another airport next door, but the tour that we're doing points to this airport, so this is where we're headed. We'll go into manual speed control as well, just so that we have a little bit finer control over when things happen. So once again, we had to substitute out our A320 for the 737-800. There's the sun shining. We're looking good. You can just start to see the point of land. That's where we're headed. Fuel is looking good. According to the flight plan, we should have on arrival .2. We're at 3.8 right now, so that's not bad. That's of course metric tons of fuel. Coming up on 30,000 feet. And we're 96 miles away from the other airport, and it is off to the east. As you can see the needle pointing that way. Very nice quiet descent. Oh, looks like we got the, I'm a bit close. There's the back of the seats with the information in them on the displays. Now what's interesting is you can see on this one it says your world, your journey. If we go back, see this one's got a route map up. This one over here has the, let's take a look. This one's got kind of all three here. So there's the main screen, then we've got somebody here on a route map. And then over here we've got the current menu, which is available. Although they're starting to pack it up now. So that's pretty cool. I love the way they've done the liveries. Added that in. So there's 25,000 feet coming up. We're going to come in and turn off the music at the moment. Concentrate on landing. So once we're down, again, we're landing on 3.6. We're gonna oh, there's my ding alert. So 1136, or sorry, 1336. That's the flight tracker for the virtual airline wanting me to log in and say hi. I've just done. Now we're 121.5, which I should have done before. On COM 2. There we go. Switch that over. See, there's the coast coming up. You can start to see it a little bit better in the haze there. There's the west coast of Africa. So the start to this live stream was a little bit of a mess given the issues we had with the Phoenix. So as I said, I think I will be subbing out this aircraft for a while with that one, and we'll see what happens. See if we can get the Phoenix back up and running properly again. So we're back in the skies tomorrow, 1400. We will be flying the 737-800 as we do our support to the Formula 1 2022 Formula 1 season. We're in Singapore right now. We'll be leaving Singapore and heading to Nagoya, Japan. So it'll be a good one. 6.5 hour roughly flight there. See how that goes. Do I like chicken nuggets? Yeah, they're alright. Some are better than others, but as a simple food, I'm not a big wings fan, but I like boneless wings, which are basically just big chicken nuggets in wing sauce. And there's 20,000 feet coming up. We're still descending down. Everything is looking good. So as mentioned, we should be able to land, get off around S1 or S2, and we'll head into the tower and apron area. There's a small terminal, cargo area, and stuff. Again, this appears to be a military base, but we'll see. Yeah, that's my favorite as well. If I'm doing something like a chicken salad or something, I'll chop up the thighs and the legs and stuff like that, but mainly the white meat is my meat of choice. Alright, so we're looking good here. Here's through 18,000 feet. I'm going to switch over to local pressure now. As we come in, so altimeters are set. Cabin is pressurizing properly. I get what people say about the dark meat having more flavor, but big chunks of white meat, love it. Smudge loves the meat off the bone. Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Molly's taken a shine to little bits of my hamburger patty if I get one, if I do one or get one, and she loves chicken. Now we're both doing good. As I mentioned, today is her 4-month birthday. So we went for a nice long walk this morning, and when we're done here, we're heading off to a leash-free park where she can do some running around and that. And then tonight I'm making her a special chicken dinner. So yeah, she's gonna have a good feed tonight. And me, I'm doing fine. A little frustrated with the sim, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Looking forward to tomorrow's flight. That should be a good one. In 6.5 hours there. And yeah, just we'll be subbing out the Phoenix for this 737-800 for the next little while. There's the airport ahead. We can see it on the spit of land there. So once again, we should be at by Sibig, we should be down to 2,100 feet. Kodas, we should be above. Tomorrow, no, because it's over 4 hours. We'll just be doing the start and stop, and that 4 hours is flight time. So if it takes, it could be a 5-hour stream with the setup and the landing and the shutdown and everything. But if my planning tells me that the flight is longer than 4 hours, I will split it. And that way, I can go deal with Molly and do other stuff, and so can you. And then you can come back for the landing. After all, the in-flight portion, well, I can put up the entertainment and everything. It does get a little boring after a while, and I'd have to monitor it to switch it over, so it's good that way. Alright, we're going to start slowing down now. We're going to go down and intervene in the speed, and we're going to set her down to 245, and we may have to put out speed brakes a little. Well, we will have to put them out. We'll wait till we get to 11,000. She's starting to slow slightly. Not going to be enough, obviously. A little bit of speed brake out. There's the ADF. It's starting to come in. Starting to pick up that signal. Right on the bounds of it. There we go. It's kind of locked in. Signal gets stronger as we get closer. Oh, exactly. Especially the longer flights. Like, there's some more 10 or 12 hour flights coming up in that series, so it's nice to be able to go away, do stuff, then come back. The only problem is if something happens, I had that happen on one leg with a family issue, or the sim crashes and just disappears, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, so there's 10,000 feet. So we'll get the landing lights and turn off lights on. Cabin is pressurizing fine. We'll make sure the seatbelt signs come on. And we're looking good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Alright, we are looking good. And with our speed below 250 knots, we can go to flaps 5.
final descent into your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final
Flaps
time.
2.
Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either
And
in the
we're going
seat
flaps
pocket or under
5.
the seat in front of you.
Aircraft should be able to slow itself down and hold without using the speed brake. So the other airport is off over in that direction. Here's the runway we're going to be using. There's the secondary runway. So we're going to be coming overhead, out and around, and then landing up onto the runway, and then the main terminal is over here. Unfortunately, there was no scenery available to use to set up as an improvement here on FlightSim.to. Alright, we're looking good. As we come into the airport, we'll bring our speed back to 200 knots. That'll allow us to go flaps 10. We're not going to hit approach mode until we're kind of heading back to the airport, which is what happened the other day in the Phoenix when I think I did it too soon and it headed right to the final approach fix instead of following the arc. Alright, there's 6,000 feet. We're going to bring that speed back now. To 200 knots. And once we're through 210, we can go down to 10 degrees flaps. Let's see if it'll get all the way back there without some assistance. Dakar area traffic, Skyways 55, 56, overhead the field ascending through 5,000 feet for the RNAV runway 36, Dakar. 223. It's 220. There's that low cloud that they were talking about. We're going to bring the speed right down to 185 now. There's 210. Speed check, flaps 10. Alright, so now of course end frequency is not required. We're on our nav. Speeds are within limits. Speed brakes are armed. Auto brakes set to 2. And it will be approach mode once we make the turn at Sibig. Level a little bit. Still descending. We're on our path. We do have those hard limits in. At CODIS we have to be above 2100, but at Sibig we have to be at 2100, and that is hard set. And we're going to tune our final descent down to our missed approach altitude, which is about 600 feet, or 640 on the barrel, so about 700. And I'll just keep the aircraft heading down as we need it. I'm not sure about Christmas. Maybe on Christmas Eve. I usually try to do a flight into Romanevi, which is the Santa Claus village up in Norway, on Christmas Eve. So we'll see. We may do it again this year. Christmas Day, probably not. No, family and stuff like that. All right, we're down to 185. We're turning. Bring this around to 360, or actually 001 is the heading actually. So 001. It's 2,500 feet. We got a 5-mile run to the waypoint.
2,500.
So as we make the turn, we'll go into approach mode. And alright, approach mode is active. We're turning on final approach course, and we're VNAV path. Single channel autopilot for landing. See, the indicator is up. There's the airport ahead. And at OY 503 is where we should begin our descent. So that's coming up. There's the airport there. Getting ourselves lined up. So engine 1 and 2 select to start. Everything is looking good. Seven miles. Six miles. Speed to 165. Gear down. There's our descent starting. Missed approach altitude is set. Don't know why that kicked off. Going into manual mode. For some reason my approach kicked off there. And we're going to bring her back to 144 plus 5, so 149 for our final speed. Next level of flaps out. Basically to do this as a visual approach. And we are going to flaps 30. There's 3 miles. There's flaps 25. And there's 140. Flaps 30.
1,000.
10,000 to go. A little bit of a wind coming in from the left.
Approaching minimums. 5 minimums.
Landing.
400. 300. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Get the nose down. Still got the Airbus controls set up, so I don't have my reversers. Just manual braking. We're gonna have to go up here to the turnaround spot and backtrack. There we are, all down with everything deployed. Didn't realize my reversers wouldn't work.
We have reached our destination. The local time is 5:09 p.m. and it's currently about 31 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight.
Dakar area traffic, Skyways 5556, backtracking runway 36 from the turnaround point to Sierra 6 and taxiing to the gate. Alright, well, that was interesting. So it looks like it does make a difference. I didn't think it would make a difference having the Airbus controls on the Quadrant, but apparently it does. Either that or I don't have it set up properly. I'll have to check that as well. No, it should. It's the same 737 setup I used for the 700. Alright, let's get off and get her parked up. Alright, so that went well. We got her down. 2 hours, 14 minutes or so. So just a few minutes longer than what was predicted. And we're going to exit to the right here. Says Delta, it says Sierra 2. It's Dakar area traffic, Skyways 5556, clear runway 36 at Sierra 2, taxiing via Sierra to the apron. Alright, so flaps up, speed brakes are disarmed. Transponder is set to standby. Landing lights off, turn off lights off, taxi light on, strobe lights to steady. APU on. starting. Probes off. Engine start switches off. Now, what do we have for parking out here? Doesn't seem to be much in the way of anything other than stands. Let's see if there's something over here. It's all cargo stuff. We'll park over here by the tower. That's fine. What's listed as the terminal building after the tower, so we'll go park there. Something like that. There we are. Taxi light off. Come down here. Get the brakes on. Alright, into the menu. FS actions, ground services. Let's get the wheel chocks put in, and we'll request ground power. And then we can start shutting down the aircraft. Let's wait for the ground power light to come on. There we go. So we are now over on ground power. We're going to turn on the APU bleeds, shut off the main engine bleeds. We'll turn on the APU generators as well. And we can come down here now. Engines off. Anti-collision light can come off. These are all off. That's good. Ground equipment coming in. Fuel pumps will go off except for the left aft. That is feeding the APU. Isolation valve open. Flight directors are off as well. So let's come down here. We're going to go to request stairs. And we can come over to here, waiting on the engines. There we go. We're going to request the L1 and L2 stairs. And we are good. So thanks very much for watching. Greatly appreciated that you're coming along on this adventure. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you tomorrow for the F1 series, and you can find our schedule up on the Discord of all the flights we're doing. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.